RRR247 and direct-to-consumer ambassador call. I'm going to have to hit a few buttons over here. I was going to do a second ago. Then we can go ahead and get started. All right, fantastic. Here we go. Again, welcome to the RRR247 and direct-to-consumer ambassador team call. My name is Niall Eddy. I'm calling in from Central Florida. That's why I got so excited when I see the Floridians. Like Linda gets excited when she sees, how do you say Ohioans? Ohioans? That's it. The Buckeye fans, which I am also. So listen, we're going to share a lot of great things with you tonight, but let me give you a little bit of background on who you guys are getting in business with. For me, I said I'm calling in from Central Florida. I am part Italian and part English. My last name is English, but I claim probably more Italian than I do English. I don't know how that was relevant, but I'm going to go ahead and answer that question while I got a chance to do so. I've been in this industry for almost 35 years now. 35 years ago, when I was first looking into it, I didn't see everything that I needed to see. But about 30 years ago, after this construction worker hurt his back, went back to school with a wife and 3 kids to be an aviation mechanic and spend all that money to get that license and get my associate's degree in avionics, is when I was introduced to this industry one more time. And this time I took a good look. I guess I was in student mode at the time, right? But I took a really good look at the industry and I thought, this is pretty good. This is pretty cool. It's kind of exciting. It's a good product line. It's got a lot of factors that are interesting. I would like to learn more. So I did. I dove in. I learned more. And I said, you know what? I think we're going to get involved with this industry. I finally understand it a little better. It's not just the weekend house parties like my ex-wife used to do. It wasn't the stuff that my sister was doing. It was more of the career level that I was finally seeing, and that got my interest, right? So I dove in and I said, for now, while I'm in school, if we can just make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, I'm going to be happy with that, because that allows me to spoil my kids more on the weekend. Because every decision, everything I did, every living moment of every day was all about what can I do for my kids to make them safer, keep them healthy, and give them the best life that I can give them. I was that dad working 16, 17 hours a day that hardly ever got home to have dinner on time with the family, get on time to have dinner with the family. And it was usually give the kids on the forehead, tell them to go take a shower and brush their teeth and go to bed and get up the next day and do it again. Going to school, it got even crazier, because I'm jamming 16 credits a semester, and those were long days. But then I'm doing side work in the evenings after school, and it was even longer days. So I was really missing a lot of my kids' lives. So anything that I could do on the weekend was great. And this business, this industry, showed me an opportunity where I could make an extra 500 or 1,000. And I said, if we could do that, I'm happy. Well, guess what? We made that the very first month, because we poured our hearts and soul into it and talked to everybody that we could, and people were just coming out of the woodwork looking for us. I thought that was exciting. Well, because we hit that goal so quickly, it really made me dive in and learn more about this industry and what it can provide for everybody. And I'm telling you right now, it opened up doors for me I didn't even know existed. It allowed me to meet people I never would have met before. And the income just turned out to be an incredible journey. It allowed me to raise my kids in a fantastic way. And when I first dove in and decided I was going to make this our future, I drove out to a meeting to meet a bunch of people that were doing well in the industry. And I watched them stand in front of the room and tell everybody, the kind of incomes that they were making. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. I never met people like this many people, especially in one room, that were making these kind of incomes. And as they left the front of the room, I stood up in front of them, shook their hand, make sure they recognized my face a little bit, because I was going to bug them later at the dinner, right? And I wanted to be a little bit familiar and them not be scared. And I did. I got to talk to each one of them, and I kind of wanted to interview them and find out, what do these people know? Where are they from? What's their background? How did they get to where they're at today? And I found one common thread amongst every single one of them. And I'm going to give you guys that secret right now. So if you're brand new, you want to write this down. The difference between all of them that were the top earners in that company that I got involved with 30 years ago and myself is this: they were doing it longer. That's the only difference. They were doing it longer than me. They came from all different occupations, all different education levels, all different parts of the country, all had different backgrounds, but they were doing it longer. They believed in a system and a business opportunity that could change their lives. They dove in, they gave it their all, and they were creating dream career level income. Well, I'm a believer in what one man can do, another man can do. So I went home and I dove in. I became a student of the system and a student of the industry, and I gave it everything that I had. I finished school. I got through that last semester. I went to work at the airport right away, good letters of recommendation. And I was there for about 8 months. And this side business that we were working on was more fun and making me as much money as I was making at the airport. So I told my wife one day, stood up in the morning, had a cup of coffee, and I said, I'm going to go in and give my 3 week notice. And I did. I went in and gave my 3 week notice. The guy was so angry. He said, now, if you're serious, you can go ahead and leave today. And I got this big smile on my face. I shook his hand and I thanked him. He probably thought I was crazy. I grabbed my toolbox. I went home. I've been there ever since. So I've been in the industry for 34 years now. I've been working with Rory. I met Rory 30 years ago. So 30 of those 34 years, I've been in association with the Rickards, and it's been an incredible journey. When I first met him, I was a young entrepreneur. I just needed a big voicemail that could handle a lot of volume. Everybody told me, go talk to Rory Rickards. So I did. He answered the phone, and I met this young guy right out of high school that had a lot of passion for what he was teaching, a lot of passion to teach the system that he put together for all of us, and then a lot of passion to help other entrepreneurs, but also a lot of passion and love for mass communication, which I didn't know a whole lot about. And I never heard anybody talk about mass communication the way he did, right? So I got to know him. He hooked me up with the system. He gave me the voicemail. I could handle all the volume I could throw at it. But here's what else it did, thanks to this guy. As I build a network of people around the country, I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. That turned into 10, 15, 20,000 people that I could put a message on and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. And a lot of the young folks go, well, that's no big deal. We do that every single day. We have that technology, right? But this was in 1991. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have email. We didn't have any of this technology. We didn't even have cell phones, right? But we had this young guy with that techie brain that you guys are going to get to know, that had a love for mass communication and a love for helping other people, especially young entrepreneurs that were trying to build a business. And Rory made a mistake when I first met him, and he said, I'm not a techie, or I wasn't back then at least. I still don't feel like a techie, even though I find myself doing a lot of stuff these days. But I wasn't a techie, and I let him know that. And he said, if you ever need help, here's my personal phone number, call me. Big mistake. Probably called him every day for about 3 weeks saying, how does this work? How does that work? Where's this button? How do I get to this button? How do I get to this feature? And you know what? He gladly, and you could hear the smile on his face over the telephone, he gladly spent the time to help me to make sure I understood the system that he was putting together. That we got kind of close just in those first 3 weeks. But when I found out he was going to be in Miami at an event that I was attending, I looked for him. We had dinner, we had a drink, we watched the sunset in Miami like everybody else does, but we talked about our families, our wives, our children, the future, everything that's happening. And I realized this is an amazing human being, but he's also one of those good guys, Murray. He's one of those guys that look you in the eye the whole time he's talking to you, and he never looks away. Why? Because he wants to hear every word you say, because he wants to know how he can help you and he can have a positive impact on your life. I got that right away. When you meet somebody face to face and you shake their hand, you look in their eyes, you just get it, right? You can just see that he's one of those good guys. And I knew I wanted to be part of his life in some way, shape, or form and have him part of my life. I had no idea what was going to happen and how good it was going to get. But I knew that I just wanted to know this human being for the rest of my life. But then guess what? The internet came out. 93, 94, we all got to bring those computers home and put them on our desks or our kitchen counters even. The monitors about this wide. It took 2 people to carry it in the house. Remember those? I see, yeah, James nodded his head. That monitor looks like the old solid state TVs, right? And we're setting those up in our house and trying to get online. That's when Rory really found his niche. He left the telecom company. He jumped online. He became the first internet guru out there, and he specialized in lead generation. What did all of us entrepreneurs need? We're all getting on the internet. We all want to build our businesses. We needed leads. Nobody knew how to do what Rory knew how to do. There were many other lead generation companies out there. None of them could produce the quantity or quality that this guy knew how to produce, and it seemed to be just like a second nature to him. He was just unbelievably good at it. He became the number one lead generation company, and he still holds that title today. The only difference in today and then, he doesn't sell his leads to the public anymore. You know what? He doesn't sell his leads to anybody anymore. He gives them to you. Him and his wife Tanya own the lead generation companies that are producing those leads. They provide them to you. That's their investment into you. That's the pay it forward mentality that these two have. They're investing into you and maybe get a 2 or 3 year return on their investment. They don't care. They want to give you that hand up and help you get going. They're investing everything they have into you to build your business and help you, because if you're successful, you'll be around for a long time, and then they'll get a return on their investment down the road, right? Incredible human beings. Well, what else did we need back then? We needed websites. We all got computers. We're all getting online. We needed a website. We needed some place to direct people to that told them all about our business opportunity that we were involved in. And if they went through the information, then they would ask for a phone call. That's what we needed. There were other companies out there building websites like that, and most of them were getting like 1 in 50 out of visitors wanted more information. Some of the good ones are getting 1 in 25. Rory puts together his first one. He got 1 in 10. But guess what? That wasn't good enough for him either. He tweaked it, modified it, made some changes, and got 1 in 5, because that's who he is. He wants to be the best at everything that he's doing. And he wants to be able to service all of his clients the best way he can, right? He's built great relationships all over the planet because of that. And all of that is manifesting today. All of those great relationships that he's nurtured all over the planet are manifesting today. We have incredible opportunities in front of us, and amazing things happen over the course of that time, right? I went from the dad who was lucky to get home to have dinner with my kids to the dad who got to put them on the bus, take them off the bus, go to football practice because my son played football, go to volleyball practice because my daughter played volleyball, even went to cheer camp because I had a daughter that was a cheerleader. And yep, I was a silly dad on the sideline with the pom-poms learning the routine, having a blast with my kids. And when the high school needed a bowling coach, 2 of my kids wanted to join the team. So guess who became the bowling coach? Why? Because I love bowling, I love spending time with my kids, and I can. The 2 things this industry gave me is time freedom, all the time I wanted with my children now, and financial freedom. More money than I ever thought I could make in a year. More money than anybody I've ever known earned in a year, in just a couple of months' time after I built this for a couple of years. Now I could give my kids their heart's desire. Now I could give them the lifestyle that every parent dreams of giving their children. And it was happening for me because I dove in, I became a student of the industry, and I became a student of the system that we were working at the time. And trust me, folks, the system we have today is a whole lot easier and a whole lot better than anything we had 30 years ago without any of the technology we have today. So it's been an incredible journey. I've got to know the Rickards very, very well over the last 3 decades. I know their kids. They know my kids. Their kids call me Uncle Niall. My kids are now calling them Uncle Rory and Aunt Tanya. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. And they're adults. So it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. These are 2 people who get up every morning. They're incredible business people. Rory's got the technology and the science and the creativity to keep everybody in front of all the trending stuff that's happening and all the technology that we can add to the system. Tanya, when I first went to Utah and I met her, I walked in the front door and I met this young lady who was raising 7 children, and 6 of them were in football, running several other businesses, and helping Rory get this put together and training the new students and everybody that was coming in. I've never seen anybody as organized as her in my life, scheduling every minute of every hour of every day of every week. And watch Linda and Dina's face. Tanya's got things that are scheduled for 2 years down the road already. And guess what? They'll happen on time, and they'll happen in a perfect way, and everything will go smooth because that's who she is. It didn't take me but 1 day to realize how well these 2 complement each other and the power couple that they were going to become today. Jim Rohn told me something 25 or 30 years ago. I can't remember which event, but he was standing right in front of my table, and he said, the true legends on this planet are the people who find the ways to service the most other people. To me, that was the definition of Rory and Tanya. And I was glad I made a decision to get to know them better and be a part of their lives and then, build incredible businesses over time and give all of our children such a great life. And now I'm in grandpa mode. I actually have two great grandkids, but they're not ready to go bowling yet. But I'm in grandpa mode, and I get to spoil my grandkids and go bowling with them instead of my children. It's a wonderful thing to be a part of. I'm only 62 years old. I've got at least another 40 years in this industry before I even think about retiring because I love what I do. I love getting up and getting to my computer, checking my emails, and seeing who I get to help today because of the vision that these two people had of taking opportunity and financial health and I'm sorry, financial well-being and health well-being. I think I got that mixed up. Bringing health and wealth to the world, and we're going to spread all over the world until we're in every country and every continent, and we give as many families a hand up as we can. Without any further delay, I think I just seen them over there. I want to introduce to you the people who get up every morning and say, what can we do to make this business better for Irene? What can we add to help Richard make more money? What can we do to make James understand the system better and get into motion faster? What friction point can we take out of the way for people to help them hit their goals and live a better life and live a better quality of life? That's what I was looking for. Mr. Rory Rickard, my brother, our mentor, co-founder. I think you're the one that's coming on first. I hope I'm right. The microphone is yours. Take it away.
I'm here.
There you are. Oh, you're down there. I'm looking for you up here. Goodness.
Yeah, I'm here, and hit the button. This is where a lot of people come in. You guys, the first part of this call is always welcome new people, and then we got things that are going to be happening. And you want to be on here. You know what's kind of fun? Seeing the new faces, and we have a lot of people to catch the replays. But I'm going to tell you, being here live is there's a motion to it. When you're here and you're tapped in, we're all here sharing the energy to take our businesses forward, and we're doing it weekly. There's a power to that. Now, I wanted to get that out of the way. We've got some things happening this week. So Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern, we on the bellavita.live, we're going to have a product specialist talk to us about the products. And we're going to get some more insight. And you know what? Some of us have been around for a long time. We've heard it all. We have so many new people. It's going to be good for you to hear from a corporate representative about the brain, the biome, the Zleam, the youth and plus, and these tunes. Okay. It's going to be powerful to hear about it. And I'm going to just bring up some things here because we have such an amazing opportunity. And you guys, I've been looking, and if you guys have seen the presentation, I'm going to bring that up here in a second. I went and did research prior to putting that video together, and that video does the heavy lifting for us. All right. So I'm going to show you that video. Everybody here should have it on their system, on your PBS. And if you don't, you need to get it on there. All right. So I'm going to bring this up there Thursday, an hour before we do our training on Thursday. We're going to be on for about 25, 30 minutes, just covering the Bellavita products. I think it'll go 40 minutes, but it won't be a full hour. And then at the top of the hour on Thursday, tomorrow is our update call on Brain Food Academy. And you guys, we're getting so freaking close on launching that. April 20th, we launch all sorts of fun stuff. Okay. And let me bring this on here. So keep that in mind. And then also on the founders call, which are on Mondays. So, Monday we have our instructor training, but at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, right? Is the founders call. I do trainings on Mondays, but on the first Monday of the month is founders call. So April 1st is a founders call. I was on with Costa today. We meet every Tuesday just so I can be up to speed. We know where things are going. It's a lot. I have pages of notes just from today. And I want you guys to know that April 1st, the promotions and all the stuff that goes forward, I mean, it's going to be an awesome call. And it's going to be fun. And that's April 1st. Now, May, we don't have a founders call because on May 5th, which is a Sunday, is our 4-year anniversary, Cinco de Mayo. And we need to get our launch, our watch parties put together. We're gonna have a lot of people getting together in areas throughout, and we're going to be putting this out and having everybody join in the live broadcast coming from Mexico. Okay. And it's going to be coming together pretty soon. We'll get the dates, but you guys, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, on your calendar, plan on being there. And we'll have the timing. It's going to be in the afternoon. So it's not going to be an early morning thing that day, but you guys, we're going to want to get people together in rooms and locations. In Nile, Dean, I don't know if you guys have got that booked yet. Okay, check on that. Yet. Okay. It's Cinco de Mayo, so there's a lot of parties going on anyway. And that's the day. May 5th is always going to be our anniversary day, right? And you guys, there's going to be some crazy activity on that day. And for those that haven't been here that long, there's a couple times a year where it just gets incredibly, and I'm going to say it's in a good way, but it's insanity. That's one of those days. And it's just because it's a big celebration. Costa always comes out with something that just makes your jaws just slam to the floor. And you're like, what? It's going to be one of those. I'm sworn to secrecy, but I'm going to tell you, it's awesome. Okay. And I'm going to tell everybody else the best way to gain from these things is to make sure your business is moving. You're growing. The bigger our teams are, the bigger these things help. And it's one of those, it's a mindset thing. You want to be putting every effort you can every day going forward that you can, so you build that momentum up. The secret to success is having the consistency to carry you to that next level and to build past it. A lot of people don't make the finish line because they give up along the way. And the thing about it is it's just about consistency. You're going to get there, right? And you guys, I can go over all the parables, all the stories that have been told, and I'll bring up one today. And I actually saw it on I got grandkids, and they're 5, 3, 1. So their television selection, the movies and stuff they watch are kid stuff, and again, very Christian oriented. We're very careful what they consume, right? Food, entertainment, everything. But they're watching a parable of the tortoise and the hare, right? And it's a cartoon of the tortoise and the hare, and everybody knows the story, right? And of course, the tortoise that's slow wins because it just kept steady. That's what it happens. That's not just a story. That's like a reality. If you're consistently going at something versus at spurts or run really hard and then dilly dally or nap on it or take a break, you're not gonna make the finish line. You will lose. And those are just, even if you're slow and you have a hard time grasping it, but you're consistently going forward, you're going to get there eventually because you're in momentum. You're moving at least. And I watched that and I went, man, that is so true about how this business goes. And, we got some people that has been steady. And you don't really see all the accolades. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, look what they built. And that's how this works. We are successful with a lot of people doing a little bit consistently. Everybody has to come burn the bar down. And if you do, you're going to get rewarded for it, but you don't have to show up big or nothing. It's about doing little things, but being consistent about doing it. Right? It's steps forward. And I'm going to cover something here. And, we got quite a few people that are getting set for Punta Cana. And that's definitely a push, right? That's consistency over weeks to get there. And there's going to be a mad push for the next 12 days to see who can get their airfare covered too and all that fun stuff. But it's something that just, the journey is well worth it. And if you're starting out and you're not, and your first job is just get that consistency going on everything, right? You learn how to build a page, and maybe you knock out a page a week, 2 pages a week, whatever it is to get done. And then in the V marketing, you want to start doing 2-hour or 4-hour blocks whenever you can. So you have consistency and enough to create some momentum, right? It's like any activity, you got to sit down. A good movie is a couple hours long, right? So if you can dedicate a good movie's time to your goals, that's going to make a lot more than just an hour, right? And if you can put 4 hours in a block once a week, twice a week, whatever you can do, and there's some people, they can only do it on Saturdays, they can only do it on Sundays. That's great. As long as you're consistently doing it every week, you're going to get somewhere. And if you can do it every day, fabulous. You're going to like create a big wave. And we have a lot of success that happens but it's all based on a lot of people doing a little bit. And those that etch a little bit more, it just gets there quicker. And so I'm going to stress this. I'm going to fill you in on where things are at. We're getting ready for April 20th, which is in a month. Okay, it's in a month, right? It's actually, yeah, it's in a month. It's going to go by super quick. Okay. It's literally, what is it? 4 weeks from Saturday. They'll go by super freaking quick. And on the way there, on the Tuesdays and the Saturdays, we're going to do some housekeeping. Now, I'm going to bring up a couple things really quick. I'm going to share my screen. We have some new vendors coming on. We got some new things we're adding. I want to get that out of the way before the 20th too, because we're going to have a whole new template for new students to start with. We're going to have to redo the training because we're making some significant changes that make things so much easier, quicker, better. On here, I'm in my Rory 3 page. This is the one that I build and test stuff on. I'm going to show you some stuff that we have. Now we have this free apps that we built a page on, and I don't know why I lost that. Now I built this page because it's a fun one to promote out there, just free apps, and this is a great angle. However, our number 3 anchor offer, which is Savings Highway Global, they've been working on another idea, and we have it on the truck. So I sell what's on the truck today. Nell, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I know you're aware of this stuff, and I just want to bring this up because Savings Highway Global has made some changes. Now we have Savings Highway Global on a lot of pages. They've come up with a way to bring people in for free, and then it's going to help upgrade them. Correct, Nell?
Yes, they will drip on them and present the programs to them, and they'll continue to drip on them until they upgrade to gold memberships. That's what they're going to upgrade them for. I mean, they'll present the other programs too, but they're kind of going to focus on the gold program. And also, if you're not seeing the referrals on your gold memberships, they did the titanium first, then the platinum, and then you'll see it on your gold platforms probably later this week.
This is brand new. I'm obviously a titanium, but you guys are going to see it from my back office. What I want to cover on this is, you guys, and Nell is our MSI, is in charge of all this stuff, and that's why I have her here for the training on it. I don't want you guys to get sidetracked too much on what this is, so we're going to talk about it today. We already have the most effective in that entire program way to bring people in, because we bring students in. We all come in at the gold level. We don't sign people up for free in that. There's no need. We're adding people. We're sharing the wealth. There's no need. Okay. What this is they're looking at it in a circular way of marketing, which I do appreciate. I guess if we didn't have all the leads that we have and all the paid marketing, this would probably be a great angle. Now, what's good about it for us is it does give us another pages or other pages to market and send things in. But we've been doing just fine on the gold and in getting people to commit, because when they come in on the free, guys, there's not a lot of money made on the free programs. Free is free. Remember that. Free is free. Right? You guys all know what free means.
Mm-hmm. No commission.
No commission. But when we're putting it out on the internet for other people to see, that's not so outside of our paid marketing, there's going to be an angle with it. I'm just going to tell you guys, no one has what we have at RRR247, where they got all the paid marketing they can eat to bring stuff in. I also know it's a fact that our team grows the fastest in all that company. It's a fact. Okay. Now what we're doing works, and we're not going to share it outside of RRR247 there. It's never going to happen. So the company has to help do other things, and that's what they're doing. And it's a great attempt. People can get the free apps, they can get involved with that, and then save on the groceries and stuff. I see their angle and I like it. But for us, it's somewhat of a distraction because we have the V marketing. And I'm going to tell everybody, if you want to get aggressive on building your business, there's nothing better than paid marketing. And we have all you can eat inside our V marketing stuff we do here. So you're going to get all the notifications out there. Everybody should have their links in their back office for the free apps. You should be getting those from your sponsor, your instructors, get those links. They put that modification out. We'll be getting that out there. But for us, it's not a rush. We're putting paid members in every day. And we'll continue to do so because it makes sense. And paid members feed the pay system. Paid pays. That's why it's called paid. You get paid when you put paid members in. So I see this a lot when you get an easy path. People will take the path of least resistance, even at a detriment to you and your family. We've got to be moving cells to get paid. So when you see all the free stuff that comes out there, don't rush and build a bunch of pages around it yet. Let me test it out and see what happens. Focus on what we have and let it build that way. You guys, we have some people getting some really good income from that, but it's all paid members.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, there's an acquisition to it. It just makes sense. So I just want to make sure I put that out there. No one feel like you're missing out on stuff. I think what you're going to see is they're going to create a lot of activity and not a lot of commissions, and that's not what you want. And we have something that's already so proven, we don't want to go against it. However, it's there, right? And if we can find a way to where the marketing actually works and it proves itself out, we'll teach it. Until then, what we have right now is working amazing. Okay, so remember, there's no one doing anything better than what we're doing in all of Savings Highway Global. Nobody. So obviously what we're doing is working at a very high level compared to anything else there. That's not the time to look for changes. When the company is making changes for everybody else that doesn't have what we have, that's the company doing that for them, and God bless them. Don't get sidetracked here. And if you don't know what you have here on the V marketing side, get tapped into that. All right. Now I'm also going to put this out there. Sometimes they offer leads. They try to sell them. You guys have all the leads you want here that are ready to do what we have to do. I promise you, they're a way better lead than anything you're going to get over there, and they cost you nothing here. Candy and I fund them for you. So I get what they're doing. I appreciate it. They don't know what we have. Nobody else in this planet has what you have at RRR247. Nobody. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So you can't expect them to try to understand what we have. It's technically none of their business. It's our business. So you just got to know how to filter that stuff out, because it's going to be detrimental to your business here, because it's just a distraction from what we already have that works. So I wanted to speak that out, make sure everybody hears me. Don't go down that rabbit hole. And free signups, unless you have a really solid way to walk them through, not effective. Like, we have an effective way with some of the things we do, and it's got to be proven out. And if you don't have the process right, it's a waste of time, if not detrimental, to where it's going to destroy your business. Free is free, right? Free is free. Okay, now, so, and Nell, you brought the points. I know they put a lot of hype out there, and if you don't see it, it's just going to come. It's going to be based on priority of who's paying the most. Mm-hmm. It's a pay-to-play program in this world, almost everything. So Titanium's got it first. Well, Titaniums are paying the most, $200. The Platinums pay $100, they'll get it next, and then the Gold that are paying $20, they'll get it last, and then it'll be turnkey. They rolled out a lot. What I'm really happy about it the most is they promised it, and we got it. They said it was coming, we got it. That means a lot, because I like to see them do their thing. And, you know, we're pretty protective. We don't get on their calls really, guys. I know we have people that tune in, but we don't need to. We got Nell that'll keep track. If it needs to be discussed, we bring it on our Tuesdays or the Saturdays based on the timing. We have our focus and the points where we go that way. And I'm just, you guys, if that program wasn't as effective as it is, we wouldn't even have it. But we don't need to get wrapped up in all the things they do because we just do things so much better with our marketing here. They don't have bloggers. They don't understand that. So they're doing their best to create landing pages and stuff for those that are out there. Great. Great. But for us, we got it pretty dang made with RV marketing. What's awesome about that program is, you know, as you're bringing, you know, if you're an instructor and you're working with students, it makes sense to have, excuse me. I've been on my voice all day. It makes sense to have it. Once you have 4, you're break even. Once you have 5, 6, 7, now you're making money. And then you can get the bigger programs and have access to more. And I also recommend that everybody use it to save money. By the way, if you're doing anything to save money with the Universal tickets or the Disneyland tickets or Disney World tickets, it's not for the same day. You have to do it for the next day forward. I found that out yesterday. So, sharing that. And there's a savings. I'm also going to bring up like the grocery stuff. I mean, Nell, we should do another training. When we get past April 20th, we'll start doing some more. There are so many ways to save money in that program. And, you know, that's a great thing. And that's enough, you know, and we want to make sure that everybody here knows how to take advantage of it the most. You know, in a lot of cases, you can cover your whole overheads for building your RRR247 business with the savings you get by using that program correctly. Not to mention the medical benefits and the rate that those are. I mean, that's a glorious thing. And you know what? If you need insurance and you're self-employed, that's one of the biggest things that people freak out about is what about insurance? Mm-hmm. Well, we solved that with the Savings Highway Global. That's why we use it. That was the main thing that we wanted from that program. The other stuff just added bonuses on top of bonuses, but that medical insurance, and they've made some changes to it and just got better and better. So that's been a big win. Yeah, that SHG calculator. Thank you, Niall. If you guys want to see what you can save, that thing's pretty remarkable. You know, and it's just being smart with the technologies that are out there. Okay, I'm going to move on. Nell, did we cover everything we needed to for that right now?
Yeah, can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
The cybersecurity program is now, you can sign up for that. And that program is $29.97 a month compared to LifeLock. I don't know if anybody's got that, but LifeLock for the same, not even LifeLock doesn't even have everything that this program has, would be $69.95 a month or $69.99 a month. But this program covers a lot. So if you're considering doing the cybersecurity, and if you sign 4 people up, yours is covered. You don't have to pay for it anymore.
How many people? You don't have to pay for it anymore?
4.
So it's the same as everything else with okay.
Yeah.
So, and those that are making commissions on this already, and you want that service, it's there. I've been looking that service up. It's getting a lot of airtime. They're marketing it everywhere. They got a lot of marketing budget, and we can capitalize on that. And that is an angle we want to go for. But that's something they get pretty much access as a gold member, right?
You can any level you can sign up for that, all levels.
Even the free?
I'm not sure about the free.
So we're going to play with that, but gold, platinum, or titanium can get it, right?
Right. And signing up through us is cheaper than going to Aura and signing up for the monthly.
Saw that. So that's an advantage. And that right there is probably worth a blog page. So what we need to look at it is, let me, you guys got they got the new pet discounts with 20. Here, let me share my screen. And then I don't have much time to keep going on this, but so now we got the gas program's pretty freaking cool. Mm-hmm. especially people that are like, counting on it. And there's some things that we'll talk about getting aggressive. We're going to test it out first. But they got the new pet discounts with the 24-hour free televet. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
This is a cybersecurity thing. And then Teledoc. I'm going to click on this and just see what it says.
This covers up to 5 adults and unlimited kids. And on with LifeLock, it covers 2 adults, no children. And this just covers a lot more. And if you go through ARA to get the same program, I believe it was $32.99 a month if you do the monthly program. So it's just a couple dollars less, but it's
still adds up, and it's commissionable.
Right, you get paid commission. Plus, if you sign 4 people up, then you don't have to pay for yours anymore.
We're going to be checking this stuff out, and and this is one of those things. If anybody starts to use it, start paying attention on what we need to get some. We'll get some stories behind it. But you guys, we'll figure this stuff out. We got enough of us. This I'm more excited about than the free program that doesn't promise any type of a payment, really, right? And then they got this teledoc counseling for mental health. We've heard them talk about this for a bit, and it's $25 per session. I don't know. That's a $29.95.
You get six free sessions, and then you get to settle on or get to pick a counselor that you want to use, and then it's $25 per session, but it's $29.95 per month. I haven't really gotten into this one too much, but that's what I've gotten so far.
We talked about this. It sounded cool, but this is kind of a big deal, and I know it sounded extremely reasonable, but this is a new thing, and these are the services that I get kind of excited about. But in order for them to get access to this, I'm pretty sure they have to be a member first.
I'm not sure about that. I don't
Just
know.
have a members area.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I like that, because if you're a gold member, then you get to save money on all these other things in addition to the savings we get. That's so that this is more that we can like emphasize and cover.
Right.
So like the pet discounts and all this, like $20. I don't know if that's it's already I like, because that's a pain in the butt. It's just, again, they're offering more and more benefits and different programs for the family. We get it all for $20 a month to market it. And these are things that we're going to be building pages and sharing that out in the future. But that's a lot they just dumped on us, right? Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's some more stuff coming. Like there's more they have the save on everything referral page. And I'm going to pull this up, guys. We have a great way that we market and bring stuff in. Offering a free membership that upgrades them. I want to test it out before we start doing too much work on it. Free has been a dangerous area again, right? So, but we'll see, because this might have a good place, and we just got to test it out first. So stay tuned on that. Hold the line of the stuff that we're doing, and that's it. Now I'm going to give you guys this, and it's right here. It's RRR247.com/biohacking. Let me put this in the chat. page is to update your back office or your biohacking page on your site. So I'm gonna go to mine. And you all should have something like this now that has the video on the top. And then become a customer, become a member, just like that, or something very similar. This video that's 15 minutes and 11 seconds long, that presents everything about Velveeta for someone to make a decision to join with us. And we've got it very tested. And so if we just roll this out, so new students should have it. If you don't have this on your biohacking page, then you want to come here to get the information how to get it. And you simply come here, the code for the video and everything is right here. That's the video code that you embed. And if you don't know how to embed it, get with your instructor. They'll do it on the study hall, they'll get it added. We've been doing that very well. If you're brand new, you probably have it already. So if you go look at your biohacking page and it has this video right here, and it just goes right there.
We are so excited to be sharing Velveeta and the incredible biohacking products it has for us with you. Biohacking involves someone.
So that video is a very informative, matter of fact. It explains the details and it covers the products. They're going to see all the stuff that's there. I'm just saying, if you don't have it, go get it. Make sure you're attending the study halls, get it from your instructor and get that page added. These are updates that need to be done. Now we're going to be making some other modifications to the Velveeta pages. We have some things that we're adding. Let me see if I can give you guys a teaser. Oh, I've getting to before. So the next couple Tuesdays, we got basically four. For the next 4 Tuesdays before April 20th, we're going to be making some edits, some altercations to get ready for the stuff that's coming. And that includes, as soon as possible, new links, new things for Brain Food Academy, and that we're going to try to have all that done before the 20th so that those that are attending Tuesdays and Saturdays are up to speed. And so we can really start launching. And then we're going to be doing massive marketing on the school campaign and everything that goes on with that. Now, there are some big things coming. I know I keep saying that. You guys know I always deliver. And a lot of it's going to be technology based. We are going to be working on what we can do to effectively build our businesses without spending our time to do so, utilizing technology. And let me see, did we cover this? We covered that. That's the biohacking page. Yeah, that's the code. I can close that down. Yeah. All right. So we're going to be just doing some more updates and getting to grow. So you want to stay tuned. There's going to be a massive timing, best, first in, first served, when we roll out some new things. And so the instructors are going to be every instructor is going to be told really this next 4 weeks, they're going to have a lot of pressure on them to get things done timely. And then we're going to be right into the new. And so we want to make sure everybody's paying attention. They're attending their stuff. Make sure you attend your study halls because that's where the work's going to be done. We're going to be announcing things, and then it's going to have to happen with the instructors. We'll do our best to cover it on the Tuesdays, on the Saturdays, but just know, attend your study halls with your teams. Okay? And if you don't have a study hall, get a hold of your upline GSI, PSI, MSI. They all do them. We're all doing study halls because it makes a big difference. Okay, I'm going to share some personal information. Niall, I'm wearing, I covered it in the last call we did, the Velveeta call. I'm wearing a medium. The products keep working for me. And I'll tell you guys this. We're going to have
fabulous, actually.
You know, like I didn't think it would fit because it's like I can fit mediums in some cuts, and this one looks small. And Edison's like, "Dad, you've been losing weight. I'm pretty sure you're a medium now." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, bud." But the larges have started to feel a little loose, but I don't know if I'm quite a medium on everything. And this it fit. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. But you guys, we're going to have a huge advantage with things that are happening. And I'm just going to put this out there. May 5th, we're going to know where we're going to be meeting for our convention near September. Get your passports. We already know it's outside the country, not too far, but it's going to be in a tropical, like nice location. I put my boats in where I like to go. We'll see where that goes. And we're going to want to get as many people there as possible. Okay. We're going to just want to. So they're going to announce it. Tickets will probably go on sale shortly after that. We'll figure that out and move on it. Also, know that's coming, right? And between now and then, you want to build as big as you can in your business. So if you're not doing the instructing work and you're getting your PBS done, that's great. But start learning what instructing is about. Start learning what the V marketing is about. And I want you guys to visualize something with me as you attend your study halls with your instructors. Your instructors are there to help teach anybody you bring in. So if you're doing the V marketing, you don't have to hold their hand through everything. At first, you have a whole team supporting you. Get going in the V marketing. The sooner you get going in V marketing, the sooner you get the faster results. Nothing happens as quick as participating in the paid marketing. Nothing. It's what makes the world go around is this marketing, and paid marketing makes it go faster. We all have our dreams. We have our goals. We have our whys, why we're doing this, why you came in the first place. We're going to push your comfort zone and we're going to make it uncomfortable until it's comfortable. That's our jobs. To treat you the way we would want to be treated. It takes a push. Every now and then you need a kick in the butt. Every now and then you need to be hold accountable to the life you want to have. Time goes by fast. I mean, I look around and most of us probably didn't think we'd be, are you where you thought you would be at this age? If the answer is no, well, let's write it. The good news is we got a vehicle. We can get there quicker. We can make things happen. We do it together. You just got to dive in and do your part. And that V marketing is, I'm going to tell you something. There's not one person in RRR247 that's making, those that are making the most money are all doing V marketing. There's no exception. It's just a matter of fact. And those of you that do it right, you guys, when you get to share with somebody else. I feel this amazing pressure. Tanya and I talk about it a lot. We have all these leads coming in every day of people that need and want this solution. And we don't have enough people to walk them through it. And so we can only deal with so many that we have in the course of the day, and we get to as many as we can. But how many people that really need this can't get started? Because no one can just get started on their own. They've got to be helped because it's too complicated to do by yourself. We make it easy, but it's a real business. There's no business out there that's just get in and go. There's always moving parts and pieces that have to be understood. So get into the instructor training. And I'm telling you, we are launching a brand new update to our CRM and the way we work with the leads and everything. You want to be in those trainings, and those are happening Mondays. And even if you're just around to listen and take it in, you're going to be gaining on the business. You're going to be learning what you can do when you're ready to do it. That's my closing part for today. I also, at some point, we've been going so fast on this, and I've got to. Man, I've got so many unique things to share with you guys as we got things going. I'm gonna leave with one note. Wherever you are today, when you go to bed tonight, I want you to manifest where you want to be in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Then think, what are you going to do to get there? We've laid out all the tools. We do constant training on how to get there. And I think it's time. We'll cover some more stuff. Saturday, we're going to be working on updates to our category pages, things to help people with Google AdSense. And we're about through the categories. I think we might finish unless something else pops on our lap Friday night, like what happened last week. Nell, do we have other surprises coming from Savings Highway Global?
I think there are some things coming, but I'm not really sure what they are yet.
Okay, so if they announce anything by Friday, we'll bring that up Saturday. Otherwise, we're going to pound through the category pages, cover the rest of the stuff. But you guys, we're getting ready for April 20. Right? We're going to make sure everybody's sites. And if you're brand new building your sites, this is all stuff for you to learn. All right. See you guys tomorrow on the, we got the student update we got the Brain Food Academy update. And I know I'm doing a bunch of e-marketing and training tomorrow. We do it every day. If you need to tap into V-marketing training, your instructor knows where it's at. And we do it every Saturday like clockwork. Why? It's that important. Okay, guys, and you want to start pressing it. Now I'm going to tell you guys something in closing. Nobody is here to do this business alone. Everybody should be getting helped. Everybody should be taking advantage of the team. This was always engineered by design to be something that could make money based on actions, based on what you do yourself and what you do on your PBS, but also the team leverage you gain by helping others. It was always created that way. So, it's not get rich quick, it's get rich smart. And we make money based on the actions we create and also the team building. But this is all based on teams and a corporate structure around the teams so that life can happen. Because I have students, personal students I work with, we all do, that have had the craziest and some traumatic situations in life happen, but it happens to all of us. We have instructors that have things happen, right? We're human. We have families. Things go off, things happen. And I have a student, their life got totally upside down, and we get back on today and their business is growing. Why? Because the team's doing it. The team is carrying them. And I got to tell you, it was an emotional realization of, wait, people actually are caring about me and taking care of things. Yes, that's who we are. And the more you understand what this is, the more you hopefully are diving in, because the more you put into it, the more you can get out of it. We've got the teams here to help back everybody up and protect us. We work smart. We are a very caring family organization. That's who we are. All right. I got more updates for you. We're at the top of the hour. I'm going to let you guys go. Saturday, we're going to cover stuff on the categories. I'm going to probably throw in some tidbits there. And we're moving ahead, guys. And everybody that's pushing for Punta Cana, keep pushing. I see we got so many people so close that this is where you really grow. You're on that stretch. This is the fun part. Everybody else, get your momentum going. And guys, I want you guys to realize something and maybe write it down. I say maybe, it's never a maybe. Write it down. It's the last thing I'm going to drop, and then I'll just end this. The momentum you create today will carry you tomorrow. The biggest things that are going to happen in your life aren't going to happen immediately. They're 90 days, 180 days down the road. So if you want to have a better life in 90 days than 180 days, that starts today. That starts with the efforts you do now for the next 90 days to receive it in 90 days. Everything you're getting from the business today is what you've already done for the past 90 days. It's just relative. You guys, and if you ever sit down and look at it, like, how fast does a day go by? And if I can just etch out a little bit of that day for my business and my goals and my why, that's all I got to do is I'll etch out enough to make a difference. And eventually you can find more and more time. It's all about priorities. And so if you're not getting where you want to go, your priorities just aren't in the right place. And once you assess this, once you accomplish these things and you accomplish this even one goal, one small goal, you start setting a pattern to get the next one and the next one. And eventually you're just a goal achiever because you've set the pattern up to do so.